Good day, crafty chums. It's Nikki here, and welcome to my channel. If I'm not looking directly at you, it's because I'm looking at the live chat, just down there, just to see if anybody comes in that. So I'll be looking in different directions until I move the camera down onto the table. Cheers, cup of tea time. So you may or may not have been wondering what's been going on for me just recently. It seems I haven't posted a video or something for, I don't know, it's been 2 weeks maybe. Been busy working, you know, essential worker and all that stuff. Not busy working. Reduced hours, so you know, it's hey ho. I've been mostly painting actually. Just been relaxing, doing some painting. So I thought I'd just show you a few pictures that I've been painting along with the art shop, you know, acrylic April and all that. And yeah, and I'm just waiting for some more paint to come now because I've run out. Actually, I've run out of essential colours, like that's my titanium white, and I've been digging in the tube to try and get it out. So I'm almost out of cad yellow as well. Almost out of cad yellow as well, so I've got to had to try and get some online because they've just opened for essential services to come and deliver online, so I've been lucky there. So I can't do any more painting, but I can prepare my canvases, so I thought I'd come in, and because I've got to cut, I'm cutting them down, and I'm using a canvas pad with the sheets of canvas in. I started off using mixed media paper, but the thing about mixed media paper is you can't blend on it very well. It doesn't blend. So I got out one of my canvas pads, and it's been brilliant. Much better for I'll see the side. Just get my hair out of the way, trying to work out which side it was. So yeah. Yeah, just washed hair just gets, you know, it's all over the place, doesn't stay in place. So I thought I'd show you a few pictures that and then take you to the table and show you what I do when preparing a canvas for doing the acrylic April, because lots of people when they're starting out they get all caught up on the size of the canvases and what, you know, when they should prepare it and things like that. So I thought I'd show you what I do to prepare it. That's my let's see, that shoulder, that's my dust sheet on the floor over there. So when I'm actually at the easel and painting at the easel, then that goes, it spreads over the floor and stops me dropping paint everywhere. Works quite well. So I just thought I'd show you a few. I'd hold them up and show you, so then and then we'll go to the desk when I prepare a couple of canvases. So there's a list, a prompt, and so if I've got these in order, which I don't have, at all, I can get them in order though. So the first one here, which was called, this is on just paper, mixed media paper. So yeah. Some of these are on mixed media paper, some of these are on watercolour paper, so they didn't blend very well. So that was the first one, day one, glow. Glow, glow, glow. And the next one was called Unexpected Journey, which was this crazy little ladybird on a little, let's see if I can get it in the shot there, on this crazy little fluffy stem thing going for a ride. Which was rather cute, I thought, very good. And so that was number 2, and that was called Unexpected Journey. Number 3 is Fire and Ash, which you may or may not be able to see. Is a phoenix lit up from a candle. So yeah, this is like opposite. The candle's here, and the phoenix is coming out there, but it looks like a chicken or a rooster. There you go. Some are better than others, you know. It's just a way of practicing and keeping things ticking along. So acrylic paper was lots of fun actually. There's a little piggy. Piggy, I don't like my piggy, but I like his eyes. Cute eyes. Maybe I should put eyelashes on him. Cute little pig. There we go. And then Lighter Than Air, which is bubbles I'm forever blue. These. So that was number 4. Sorry, that was number 5. Number 6 is Art of Zen. So there's this one here. We'll get it up the right way. Art of Zen. Quite cool. Yeah, and as you can see, it doesn't blend. It doesn't blend on the paper. It stays much more. Yeah, hard to blend on paper. And then this one was Spirit of Hospitality. So a lot of that going on during isolation. What do you think? Bit of a wine bottle in the glass. And I went bigger. Started off on the 8x8, and then I just went bigger because I don't know why, I just wanted to. So to leave a border actually is what I wanted to. So if I decide to put them into a book, I can, and you know, I can use the borders to help stick them in the book. And this one was Refuge, I think. It's a bird's nest, bird's eggs, bird's nest eggs. There we go. And then what's it? Little Joys. Little Joys, I think, was the chicken. Chicken-licking, finger-licking chicken. Do you know, it's opposite. There we go, finger-licking chicken. Very cute. Cute little one. And then Soft and Juicy, which was nearly juicy, nearly soft. Not my favourite, but hey, see it anyway, even if it's not a favourite. Brilliance of colour. I am not good at landscapes. I'm just saying, not good. And still not blending very well because this is still on the paper. And then this was Fragrant, Day 12 Fragrant. That's allegedly a lavender field. And still not blending very well on the paper. And then on this one I moved to Canvas, which was Couples. So I've just moved on to the canvas there. Couples. Cool. And then this one here is Boats. And the last one that I've managed to do, because I've run out of colours really, is this one here, which was oh yeah, Bit of Magic. This one was called Bit of Magic. Bit of Magic. It's a little butterfly. If you can't tell what it is, it's a butterfly. There you go. So there, that was it. And I managed to prep the next one. This is the next canvas prepped. And this is going to be the next drawing. So I thought I'd take you down and show you how I do this. The art shop shows you how to do it as well, and so this is how I do it. Because people were having trouble with the sizing of the paper and that, so I thought I'd come on and just show you a quick sizing of how I do it. Nice cup of tea. Go down, go down, go down. Okay. So now you're on the desk. This is my canvas, and it's all backwards to me there. I'll just take that out the way because that's advertising mayo. Let's not have that in the video. So anywho, So the first thing I do is I get my tea ruler. Now this paper here comes out of the comes out, you know, it's 8 and just over 8 3/8 or something, and 11 3/4. So we're doing an 8 by 8 canvas. My canvas is 9 by 9. I cut them 9 by 9, 9 by 9, and then I do a 1/2 inch border all the way around, and then I put my background on. And what I do is when I get the picture, the what's it called? Anyway, the drawing out of the printer, because I'm working on an 8 by 8. What I do is I look to see whereabouts on here I could leave it with the moon at the top, or the sun, whichever one it is. Moon glow, I think it's moon. I could leave that at the top and then come all the way down and get lots of sea down here, or I can push it up to get a little bit more in of the moon and less of the sea. So that's what I did there. And as usual, it's squares like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because it's 8 inches. These are 1 inch squares. And it's always best to, I've actually put my horizon line just in the middle, and I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think you're supposed to have it just up a little bit. So, but I'm going to leave mine in the middle because why not? Apparently for the eye it's best to have it pushed up just a little bit, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. So no. And this is what I use. I use Cinnamon uses a chalk pencil, but I don't have the chalk there like that. I have a Pip Pastel, and so this is what I use for mine, and I'm just going to mark up a grid. So on mine, I know I've got that 1/2 inch border, so I'm going to add 1/2 inch as I go down, and because of the way my light is, I can't actually see because of the shine on there. Let's see if I take that off for a minute. So my first one, instead of being at 1 inch, is going to be 1.5 inches, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. And that will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. I'm just going to line across. I know roughly where the 1/2 inch comes in because I've got the pencil marks here and here. So I'm going to roughly go like that. So these come on Cinnamon's website, www.theartsherpa.com, and you can download these and print them all out. I've got previous ones all done, or you can draw it freehand. And last year I drew them freehand. This year I decided to use the grids because it's a resource, and Cinnamon gives us the resource. So why not use it, I say? Because I am trying to get better at, so I'm going to mark along this way now, 1.5, 2.5. I'm trying to get better at doing clouds and seas and things because, to be honest with you, I'm not very good at them. So this is great practice for me, and I'm quite happy to put in the prep work to do it. Because it will just make me develop as an artist anyway, so why not? So I'm going to show you this gridding up. I won't get my paints for at least another 2 days. I've been waiting almost a week now. As I say, they lifted it off when the kids went to school here online. Of course, they had to then make available all the things they need for schooling. So art supplies would be one of the things that is an essential. And it looks a bit small and that looks a bit large, doesn't it? Yep. So I'm just going to get my little brush and just wipe out that one because I just made a mistake on there. Don't know whether you could see, but it was definitely larger, wider than the others. So I could tell that. And now I've just got to wait for that to dry just a little second. Otherwise, the chalk, the marks will stay in the paint. So we'll just go across there on that one there. Doesn't really matter if it's only roughly an inch square. But if you're doing a detailed gridding up, then it does actually matter. So I'm just going to mark my grid the same as I've got on this one here. Into 8. So if you look on here, and I'm sorry it's upside down because I don't have my camera angle the way I do normally because I did that little piece to you on screen, and you can see there. You can see that where this actually dissects on the lines, moon. So this is how I'm going to work it out this way around here. So I've got this between 4 and 5. It's just a little under halfway, so it goes there. This 5 here to here dissects here, roughly here. So I'm just making the marks as I go around, and I'm touching it like this so that I can then get a sense of where I am. This is in 3 and 3 down. Sounds like a crossword puzzle, doesn't it? So there, and we're coming up to here, to about there, and it's going to meet up again here. So this is how we're going to draw around. It doesn't have to be exactly, but it helps. So that's our moon roughly put in there. There we go. And clouds are things that I always struggle with. So when I'm doing landscapes, I'm starting to draw them in. I never used to draw them in. I just used to try and wing it. And sometimes, you know, winging it just doesn't cut it. So we'll put them in. It is still going to be roughly there. Comes across the moon like that. The bottom, this other shape here, we're going to follow this one in. I'm just going to do it roughly following the shapes in. This is going down to my horizon line, which this is my horizon line, this one here. So make it thicker here. Oh, hi Jude. Did I was ignoring you there? I'd getting carried away. I don't know what time you came in there, but I was maybe getting a little bit carried away. Once got my head down into my paintings, that's it. So we're coming up here like this and just following it in. Oh, good. That's cool. I'm just showing because I've run out of some of my paints that I need to continue on painting. Just squeezed in the last, and I'm waiting for a delivery. I just thought I'd come on and show how I mark up my canvases, following the art Sherpa there. And so I'm just preparing a couple of canvases for my next batch of painting. It's going great, thanks. And I just did a quick flip through of my paintings as well that I've been doing for acrylic April with the art Sherpa. So yeah, so just just a few of my little canvases, but actually these are paper, and then I go on to canvas a little bit later. So I just do a quick flip through some of these. Getting bigger, a little bit bigger each time. And yeah, so I'm no good at landscapes. I was just explaining that I have real difficulty with landscapes. So I'm practicing, and seeing how it goes. I'm not good with water either, so getting good water practice. And then a little butterfly there as well. So yeah, and preparing for this, which was landscape and water, which are my two nemesis. Oh dear. Just going to get my cursor to move off there. Got it resting on you there, due to if I accidentally bodged it, you'd go up on screen. So as I say, I'm just following these down, and because I really need to practice my clouds and that. So just prepping these, and I'll be cutting down a couple of my canvas sheets as well. So I thought I might as well turn on my live stream, because I haven't been on screen for a little while there. So I thought I'd just, while I'm sat here, maybe someone will come in and chat with me while I'm doing this. Hi Deborah. Yeah, good. It's good to start small. How are you? How was work, Jude? I know you went off to work when I was watching Die the other day. As I say, clouds are my real nemesis. So so it's all in the prep work as well. So hopefully, hopefully the prep will work this time for me. As I say, I normally wing it, but my clouds just aren't very good. So enough with winging it. Use the resources that she has online, and my hubby's doing well, thanks. Yeah, He's still working on his PhD. So he's a busy boy. And here, you can't really tell on these line drawings here, but this here is a wave, 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 wave. So that's going to be interesting to get it in on the actual painting. So yeah, water. I really would like to get better at water, skies, everything really. This is a half of one coming here. Sometimes you get lost in these. When you watch your painting on the screen, it seems so big because it's all focused in, but this is it, 8x8, and she uses these huge brushes too. Just like her brush skills are amazing. So there you go. That's my canvas now prepped for when I get my paints in. So as I was saying before, this is the canvas pad that I'm using on this one, and I'm cutting off 3 inches off the bottom to make it a 9x9, which then when I put in the border will be an 8x8. So these are nice little squares, and I'm not wasting 3 inches I cut off the bottom because I will be doing little mini canvases with them later. But yeah, for this, which is practice, I think it's good. So let's cut off 3 inches off the bottom of there. If I can find my pencil. Just here a second ago. So yeah, so you know, I'm happy with some of the paintings that I've done, and happy with others. That's always the way when you do it. Yeah. And I know which ones I need more practice on. Practice does make perfect, but if not perfect, it makes you paint better. I'm just going to go around with my trusty Tim Holtz ruler and just take in that 1/2 inch all the way around, which gives me my little border. Now I just need to find out what colour the next one is, the background, to see whether I can paint the background or not. Let's have a look. So, oh, it's the fish. this is the next one. She's the one after the next one, so the color of that will be probably will be well, she's used a mix of phthalo blue and ultramarine blue, if that's okay, because it doesn't involve white, so I'm okay there. A little canvas pad out. Phthalo green, phthalo blue green shade, sorry. Did I say phthalo blue or phthalo green? Oh, phthalo blue and ultramarine blue. Right, a little bit. Mix them together. Get my scissors out of the way so I don't cut myself. It's a very real possibility of that. Now this is the Art Sherpa acrylic April. This is her second year of doing acrylic April. I did the first year with her up to day, I think it was 26th, then I just ran out of steam. But let's just say I have a little bit more time to paint this year than I did have last year. So, but I've actually run out of some of the paints. So yeah, as I say, they announced when the kids went back to school online, they announced that some of the you know, some of the art shops then could deliver online. Maybe I'll need to just. So I put in my order last week and I'm still waiting for it. Right, let's see. Bigger brush. Bigger brush. Can't wait actually to do the puffer fish. So it's very complicated. I've watched the tutorial for it, and it's a really complicated little fish to do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Right, I'm just going to try and get some of my brush marks out of there as well. So nothing worse than seeing a streaky background when it's not supposed to be streaky. Because it's all in the preparation, and the preparation you put into the piece really shows. No, confirmation of anything is tomorrow. But what they did do was they allowed some stores that were essential to schools being online. You know, they went live online last week for their schooling, distance learning. And so, of course, obviously they'll need equipment for that distance learning as well. So they allowed some of the stores, like warehouse stationery, to sell online, non-contactless. So you order online and it's delivered to your door, but they, you know, they don't knock at the door or anything. They just leave the parcel out. So yeah. So I've ordered my paints, due to come on Tuesday, I think it is. So I'm just prepping a few more canvases so that when they come in, I'm not too so far behind on the daily thing. I picked up a line on my desk or something. Yeah, because I've been having to get into my white and dig it out. So just to get the white out of there, it's like, and my yellow is right at the bottom as well. So it's been difficult to get the colour out. Right, let's turn on my printer and I'll print off the next one. Then I'll grid up the fish, hopefully. Traceable is what it's called, isn't it? Traceable. Couldn't remember the word for it earlier on. It's like, what is it again? I wonder if I can do it on my phone. I have to do it on my laptop. Well, that'll come out on hubby's printer. I'll print it on hubby's printer rather than mine. It'll scare him. I wonder if he'll bring it to me. He's in not the next room, but the room down where he's in his study, where the printer is. Just scare the pants off him. Suddenly, when your printer prints. Oh no, it says an error, so obviously not. Gonna have to do it on my laptop. Oh, I thought I'd like scare him, but obviously not. No, it wouldn't go through on that, so I'll have to do it on my laptop. It says a new printer on my network. Your big box stores never close down. You're in Australia, aren't you, Deborah? So I'm just going into the Archship of Traceables there, lionfish. See what it's like. Ah, look at that, slow internet. My internet, slow. Of course, because I'm streaming, so it's slow. Florida, oh, sorry. Of course. I was going to say, because in Australia, I know that lots of them haven't closed down, like their big dub stores. What's it called? Big Dub or something? Big Dub. And yeah, they didn't close down, not like we did here. The printer will make a horrible noise now. And that's good to have to think about it. I might shut it too soon. Thinking. What's it doing that for? Hang on, I've got printer trouble. Oh, it's my Wi-Fi. It's my Wi-Fi. I hope you can still see me because my Wi-Fi is playing up. Probably a lot of people on live at the moment. Hi, Ala. Hi. I'm just showing how I'm gridding up and on Cinnamon's acrylic April. Oh, you only go to the doctors and the stores anyway. Yeah, lots of people are like that. Well, a lot of people I work with anyway are like that, obviously. Yeah, I just gridded up Moonglow. So I'm just going to I'm trying to print off the pufferfish one. Be seeing my paintings on Instagram. Yay! Thank you. It doesn't want my to just want to print on my printer for some reason. What's going on with my printer? Ready to print. Resume. Go on then, print. My printer doesn't want to print now. Darn it. Oh my goodness, I couldn't get my butterfly to glow, Martha. Yala, Martha. It's amazing. It's not seeing my printer. It's not seeing my printer is what's the problem. She got it. Yay! Yay, success. So this is her lionfish. Oh, right. Yay. So this is the lionfish. So I'm going to show you how I print up on this one. You'll see how big the fish is. So the fish is about 9 inches. No, sorry. The fish is 8 inches. The fish is going to take up the whole of my 8 inches of canvas. So that will be interesting. It's going to be a big fish. Wow, 8 inches. That's going to be huge. I don't bother to resize it because that's beyond my capabilities. So this is how I do it. Importing an image onto a site that does the resizing and that. I tried and I could not master it. It was beyond me. So, you know, just do it. I just do it the old-fashioned way. Right, it's going to be really difficult to see these marks in the lines, but we'll give it a go. This is going to be a complicated, sorry, draw up. It's a big fish. It's a big fish. Yeah, I've tried, as I say, I've tried importing onto these sites that everybody says, oh, you know, just import it into this site and then you can resize it to whatever you want and whatever ratio you want. And it's just beyond me. Beyond my skill and comprehension. Or it's above my pay grade, as I'd like to say. I know lots of people feel like that as well in acrylic April, because I see them saying about resizing and that. The young ones get it, us older ones, nah, not a chance. That was a bit wobbly. Didn't get that one straight. And of course on the computer and that, you can get them to grid up for you as well. So on any image, and it's like, So I'm going to choose one of my straighter lines to mark up on. Just every inch. And also on my work surface, I've got lumps of paint and everything. So once I've finished acrylic April, I shall be looking for a new surface. Yeah, gone are the days of painting fish in the old hair. As I say, when I did acrylic April last year, I freehanded almost all of it, just drew it in myself. And that's what I normally do, but I decided to just go and go with the resources that Cinnamon provides, and see if it improves things for me. You know, she's gone to all that time and effort to do the traceables and everything, and so I should take the time and effort to use them. Don't you think? Don't you think I should do that? Just kidding. It's like going back to tech school, do you know? Maybe I ought to do graphic design or something, learn how to use the computer properly. I think I got a little bit short on that one. I did. See how good the eye is? The eye told me that my last inch was not an inch. Just a little bit off there. Went for the wrong mark. But my eye told me that that was not an inch. How good is that? Right, back again to my little pencil. So 1.5, because I've got that 1/2 inch border. 1.5, 2.5, 2.5, 4.5. I have to talk myself through it and understand. Yes, I do. See my pencil marks under this one, so oh, moved. Don't move on me. Normally I have this sellotape to a little cutting board thing, cutting mat. I have it sellotaped to here, but I didn't think I'd do that this time. This used to be my cutting mat. It's now my little painting mat. Hey ho. Fabio's going to make me another cup of tea soon. This last one went cold. Oh, it's just lukewarm. Well, I can see my screen is flashing, so I hope you're still on. My screen's flashing for me. So when I was watching Cinnamon paint it, and she was painting the layers and everything, and it was like, oh my goodness, it is so detailed. May not look it, but when she was going through it, it's really detailed. And I've seen some of the paintings in the group and that already, and it's like, wow. It's a great painting. It's still cold. Yeah, we're dropping temperatures slowly, well, rapidly some days, but you know, they're going down in the general direction of cold. But it's a very windy day here today. We've had 1 or 2 frosts down here, but But today is a windy day. Yeah, and all the leaves are turning yellow and red and falling and brown, and yeah, so autumn is definitely here. So I'm going to start on the lower part of here and I'll work up to there, I think, because as you can see, there's lots of other detail in that maybe I won't put in. I'll probably just put in these lines here, because there's like a little, she's got a little wavy line there, which is a little bit of detail to add in afterwards. So yeah, and then you get up here and there's like lots of noise. So for me, I'm going to have to make this simpler for me as well, because there's lots of crazy lines going on, and I will lose it on here. There is no doubt about it. I will lose my place. So let's see, 6 and 2, 6 down, 2 across. 6 down, crossword puzzle time. So if I go up to here, that's between 5 and 6 there. It's about there. If I come down this way to about there, and this little mouth here, he's got his mouth tightly shut. So today's painting was a poppy field, and to even put in the background on that one, I'd need white, which I don't have. Yeah, simpler is better, isn't it? Been in the 90s, wow. Jeez, that's not temperature I like. I don't like it that warm. So if I'm looking at this, 4 and between 6 and 7, 6 and 7 and 4, halfway there. So it comes back up here. Yeah, I have to make this simpler. There's lots of noise with the lines going on, so that's that one there. So we'll go up here. Looks almost like a rhinoceros or something. If you took one of these away, it looked like a rhinoceros. Rhinoceros fish. Okay. Up to about here. This eye. Sorry about that. It's my printer's going off now. After trying to get it to go on, it's now turning itself off. So I'm just doing the eye. I think it'd be good to get in the eye, which is just sort of like in here. And there's a bigger circle around the eye there, which comes actually over and down, round. Of course, when you do this drawing in, it gives you the opportunity to correct any mistakes, which is a lot harder to do than when you're actually in the painting, isn't it, Martha? Yeah, it's colder down south. Yeah. Usually your day temperatures in winter down south are our nighttime, are our daytime temperatures. Your nighttime temperatures are our daytime temperatures. That's how cold it gets down here. if you followed that, mine looks like a little bit like a rhinoceros because I put the idea in my head, didn't I? 1, 2, 3 to 5. It's looking like a rhino. And on 5 and between 3 it cuts there, goes up to here. So in 4 and between 3 and 4, that line there. Stops here. California dreaming on a winter's day. She's got like a grooving in. That looks gormless. I've got a gormless fish. Right, between 3 and 4. On 6. Comes up here. This one comes up here. Between 4 and 5. Put in a few spiny Normans, sure. A few spiny Normans. This one goes down into here, so it's 2 and 3. Down to 2 and 3. And goes to about here. And it actually goes into here. Somewhere there. This one here goes up to 2. I'm going to slightly follow it to right here. This is 4. You're a lizard. Cold-blooded. Surely not. Okay. I'm battling numbers. I am. Not just on the canvas either. 4 and 5 and 4. So we've got this little circular here. So I'm going to pop this circle one in because it'll help me with these bits here. And then I'll go to the tail. And then I've got to rub out all this other stuff here going on, because when I come to paint it will be totally confusing otherwise. There's a lot going on here. A lot. Lot. So that in there. I'm going to close that up to make it easier for me. Let's take this one here. Goes down 4 and 4. 4. 4. But goes up to 5. Yes. Oh dear. That is cinnamon. This one's difficult even just to work out on the tracing. Okay, 7 and 8. 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3. And 7. Oh, thanks, Martha. It's yeah, it's been a battle. I'm trying to improve. I'll get there. I'll just keep practicing and I'll get there. It's a funny little tail that he's got on here. Really weird. It's very kind of you to say so, and I appreciate that coming from you, an artist yourself. Thank you. I'll take it. I will take it. So I'm going to pop in this long one here. No toilet paper. No toilet paper. My goodness. No, I'm not going to confuse myself by going over the top of this yet. So I'm going to leave that off. I'll pop this one in here and this one in here maybe. I just know that it's going to, when I come to paint it, it is going to be confusing. See, I'm starting to freehand them in now. And that's often where I go wrong. When I get to freehand. Okay. Shall I put in some of his stripes? Apparently there's one that goes over his eye as well. When Cinnamon was painting it in, and it makes him look like he's got a stripe. It paints right over it there. Right over there. Looks great. Looks like he'd been a bit heavy with makeup. Now I've got his basic shape, I'm just freehanding the rest in. It's probably what I'll probably paint all kinds of weird and wonderful things on there anyway. Yeah. Well, the shelves are empty, really? Seriously? Oh my goodness. That's shocking, actually, isn't it? That's when anarchy happens, isn't it? When there's no food on the shelves. there, so I'm going to miss them from here. So, yep. You do it. I can hear my chalk going now. It's going. See that when I start freehanding, that's when chaos happens, because then that curve went there and goes out that way. Chaos happens when I start freehanding. There we go. There we go. That's going to be my fish for my next one. She can look like a little bit like that. It's going to look, I'm not putting in any more detail because that will come in. Any more detail here because that will come in when I actually follow the tutorial and do the painting. So yeah, I think that's good enough for the the basic shapes and that. Yes, there you go. So that's me. That was my getting ready. Might just cut down the rest of my canvases and then that'll be me for the day. Coming back tomorrow morning with Eileen, and I think we're doing some 3D. We're doing like, I don't know, I don't want to give too much away, but we'll be building something. So I don't want to give too much away there. It's been yeah, we didn't do it last week because I've spending time with the kids. Well, she wants to spend time with the kids when she spends all day with the kids anyway. It's like, I don't know. Just kidding, Eileen. It was Easter. Yeah, they're quite good round where we are. I mean, the shopping's all orderly and there's 2 meters between everyone waiting outside to go in. They have a certain number of people in the shops, and they just ask you to just be kind and not overstock your shelves. So and on the whole, that's how people are. There's no real they're not really limiting quantities. They did like the first week and then they realized nah. So they don't really limit the quantities that you can buy. They just ask people not to hoard it and that. So I think and that's what lots of people are like here. We're just not, most people aren't hoarding because you can get out to the shops, and most people are finding that it's actually nice to get out because we're in lockdown, to actually get out and go to the shop as a journey, a trip. So, if you can make it to the shops every couple of days, hey. I can buy small quantities because I am being the essential worker and that I'm out every day. In fact, I've got a client today at in, don't know what time it is. What time is it? Yeah, I've got a client in another 2 hours. Got to go out, and so if we run out of anything, I can just pop to the shop and while I'm out for the hour, and after I've finished with the client, and just pop into the shop, and it's really good. I know that things are going to be there. Just taking off entire shelves. Oh, Western Thanksgiving. And we think we're civilized, eh? We think we're a civilized society. can't believe, you know, when I see those videos of people fighting over toilet paper and things. Ridiculous. Okay. This is the last of my pad as well, so it's a good job I ordered some more canvas pads. Just another one. You should see me through. See me through to the end of acrylic April. I didn't realise I'd have so much time to be able to finish it, so hey. I wasn't going to do it this year. That's why I never bothered to get in the paint. And then, of course, I found all that time on my hands. So I started it, and once I've started, you just got to keep going, because you can see the improvements yourself as you go along. That, you know, your painting improves if you're painting every day. If you paint every day, you can't help but get better, because you learn something every day. Cartloads of toilet paper, yeah. We have our own pot mills for toilet paper, and so never been the problem, no. Do you know, and if it was, you'd just go back to the old-fashioned way, wouldn't you? So I say I never get that strung up about it, because I just use I'd use flannels and wash them afterwards. Put them in the old nappy sand and then into the wash. The old-fashioned way actually used to be toilet paper, didn't it? Not toilet paper, newspaper. Used to have them cut up and on a string in the outhouse. When I was a gal. Oh dear, yeah. I could just imagine it. Oh, we used to do that with babies, didn't we? We used to have the nappy sand buckets outside the back door so the smell wasn't in the house. But then when you get the bucket full, you just do your washing. Dispose of the solids, and then before you put it into the bucket, obviously. And then put it, you know, soaking in nappy sand, and then just usually after 2 days, you'd have enough to do a wash. Long drop. Yep. Yeah. We used to have a what they call the outhouse in the back garden at my nan's house, where we lived when I was first born. Yeah, I mean, there's still places where you use long drops here. It's like, oh no. And how quickly you forget as well. When I was little, we had coal fires, and then but we were quite modern because we had a coal fire with a gas poker to get it working, and you lit the gas poker and shoved it into the coal fire, and then as soon as it got lit and going, then you turn it off, and you know, it's like turn it off and then take it out the fire. And then eventually we had the gas fire in the 70s, I think it was, when we had all the miners' strikes. So we all turned from coal into gas. And we had the coal man who used to deliver the coal and put it into the bunkers, the concrete bunkers at the back door. used to like come on their cart. They used to deliver on cart horses when I was young, and with the coal on the back of the carts, and the guy would jump off the front of the cart horse, and he'd have this leather apron and that on, and he'd just like grab a bag of coal and then just empty it into the coal bunker. Just like, it makes me feel real old, actually. Makes me feel really old. Oh no, I'm an old person. Yeah, and my nan actually had a coal chute in her house that at the back of her house she'd have it in straight into the cellar, and they'd have these doors, the doors that would open on it, and the coal would just come in over iron grill. It was like a separated iron grill, so he'd lift open the doors, and then he'd just tip the coal into the straight into the cellar, and then he'd go away again, and then we'd shovel the coal in the cellar into the bit of the cellar where all the coal was contained. So he'd pour it in, and then when all the coal dust had settled and that, you go down and shift the coal with a shovel into where it's supposed to go. Look like a teen. Look, grey hair. Grey. I've got this long bit now, long bit of grey coming now. Grey. Yeah. I mean, it was lovely, the coal fires, and of course you'd have your heated up the water as well. You'd have to switch the damper or something in the back of the coal fire. You'd have to pull something, and it would heat the water up. It's not talk about great. Oh. Thank you, Jude. You're just trying to I better not get too close then, because you'll see the wrinkles. Move away, move away. It's my little bear in the window. No one can see it because that's the side of the house. I had it in the front of the house, and it's my graduation bear. It's my graduation bear. He's in the window in the front of the house, but I thought maybe he'd get the sun would actually ruin him, so I took him out. My graduation bear. And so it'll be poppies in the window next week for Anzac Day. Suck it in, more like. Suck it in. Putting on weight. Oh look, let's see. It's my bird. Find the teddy. Yeah, everybody, you're all doing the teddy bear thing in the window for the kids walking by, so they have something to look at as they go on their daily walks. Oh, yeah. I mean, some people around here, they're doing teddy bears picnics, they're doing first day at school, teddy bears, just like, teddy bears climbing up the windows, and it's been great. It's been, some people have really, really gone to town, just like crazy. Yeah, I'm going to put poppies up this week. I'm going to make some poppies and put them in the window. And then we're going to do our dawn parade. We're actually going to do the dawn parade just by going outside and standing at the end of the drive. And I think a lot of people on the estate are doing that as well. Only 2 kids. Do you know, I like looking at the teddy bears in the window. I think it's great. Granny's mini pram full of kids' old teddies. There you go, see? It's great. Yeah, it's good for the adults as well, mind. I mean, I like going out and spotting, you know, new things that the bears are doing on our walks and that. So, yeah. So I'm just reading what comes up on the chat and that. So, are you chatting? Ah, yes. Mm. I need to clean my brushes as well. I've been really good this time. You know how bad I am with my brushes. I've been like, been good. Been keeping my brushes clean. Well, nearly clean. Some of them are still soft even. So I've been very good, especially my small ones. Been trying to reshape them and everything as I go along. This is my failure. Yeah, it's not very good. But the others, you know, I've been doing well with them. So they're good. Yeah, over the years I've wasted a lot of brushes by not cleaning them. So this year, I say this every year, it's my thing every year, is I'm going to be better with my brushes and not leave them in the water and to clean them out as soon as they're finished. Eating the plants. 2 bunnies. Oh, cute. Bunny, 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 bunny. I can't imagine why everybody's cutting their hair off. You know, it's only been a few weeks. Why people chopping their hair off? You know, hairdressers shut and everything. It's like crazy. You know, it's 4 years since I've been to the hairdresser. It's, you know, a couple of weeks isn't going to do any difference to me. I should have done. That was in the days before sorry. That was in the days before I really got into mixed media, but tripped on my own silliness. When I'm painting, I always have the water in the bottle so that I don't stick my brush in it with the lid on. Yeah, I will do now, you know, but oh man, this one's, I can use it for scratchy painting. But it's the handles that, you know, my handles always stay dirty as well. This one's not quite, this one's almost okay. It's I've got a bit of paint right at the bottom here that I just can't shift. So I think it was one of my first ones to, it's actually, I don't think it was paint, I think it was glue, because I never separated out my brushes from mixed media and painting, but now I will. I need to use separate brushes for both. Gummed up paintbrushes, yeah. Yeah. Did you? It's your very first live. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I could see some grey. The light is catching it, and it's like, oh, normally it's normally you can't see them, but the light's just catching my greys there, so that's what I can see. Grey hair. Right, I'm going to go now because I'm just babbling on. And so that was just me just getting some canvases ready while I wait for my paint to come in. So, you know, I'm not going to be painting for a couple of days because I need that white. I've got a huge jar of zinc white because I thought I'd picked up the titanium. When I bought this, I thought I'd picked up the titanium white, but I hadn't. and I picked up the zinc white. So this is the size of titanium white I need, not zinc. Doesn't work the same. Yes, Martha, it's good. I'm glad you popped in. It's really nice to see you there in chat. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you too, Jude, because you're always popping in and out, and I appreciate that too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Deborah as well. Thank you, Deborah. And anybody else who was in and just, you know, floating in and out, in and out, in and out. I could see, you know, the views going up and down, up and down, up and down. So I appreciate that. Yeah, it's good to come in to chat, and so thanks, girls. And I'm streaming again in tomorrow morning, New Zealand time, 7 p.m., 7 a.m. p.m. I'm streaming tomorrow at 7 a.m. I think it is, with Eileen. So yeah, thanks, Jude. Thanks. So see you all then if you pop in. If not, you can catch the video afterwards. I'm just going to say thanks for watching. Thanks. Bye all. Bye.